Okay, genuine question. Genuine fucking question right now. Okay, I've known about fan fiction since I was like 11 years old. Okay, it was like Wattpad, AO3. I don't remember how I stumbled upon it. I just remember finding out about it because I had access to the internet, and then I learned about it. Yeah, la 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 la. And this question has been on my mind for like years now, but it's been fucking 6 years. This question has been on my mind. How are omega males giving birth? Okay, I mean obviously for the it's a man, it's a man. Like they can't give birth for shit. All they can do is just give it the baby. They can't actually do anything with the baby coming out. They can only do with it coming in. But how are they doing it? I know it's Omegaverse. I know it's Omegaverse, okay? So obviously things work differently. But how? How are they doing it? I don't understand. So I had this talk with my friend one time in like school cafeteria in like year 10, and I have a few suggestions. Okay, number one, is the anal method. Now the anal method is exactly how it sounds. It's basically just it comes out the ass. I don't know how to biologically explain that. Okay, I don't know how to biologically explain the baby coming out, but same way. So, okay, how I explain it is baby like fucking, you know, they're doing the this thing, yeah. It goes in. Okay, it goes in the same way, because obviously, men don't have a what the fuck is it called? That thing. They don't have that thing. So it doesn't go in there. It goes in there. Okay, it goes in there, and then, you know, the white explosion happens. 9 months. Given 9 months, they go to the hospital because the water is broken from the same spot, and then it just comes out there. So it's basically just a normal birth, but from like the anus. Okay, and number two, this one is one I've thought about. Is actually the hyena method. Now, if you don't know about how female hyenas give birth, I actually have a diagram for this. So as you can see, the female hyenas have the thing that male animals tend to have, and the baby's right there. So how does the baby come out? It comes out exactly the way you think it will. The thing will split into like fucking 4 parts. Okay, not exactly 4 parts. It has a split open, and then the baby comes out. And then like the mortality rate is like extremely high. And maybe that's how it works with like omega males, I think. I don't know. But I think that's how it works. But I haven't been able to answer how do they pee afterwards. I think the best suggestion I have is that after it comes out, you know, like kind of split open and the baby's out, shit like that. And then maybe there's like a surgery where it's like kind of like reattached all the vessels, you know. Because I know some like women can get stitches like after like giving birth, you know, that's kind of a risk. But I think with like omega males, if this is the method, then, you know, maybe it's kind of like a compulsory thing, you know, check on it, because obviously it's not gonna be in good condition. Okay, and then my third suggestion is that omega males just have bussies. Okay, they have bussies. They're built different. That's how you know that they are. So obviously when like, okay, let's say hypothetically that in the Omegaverse you give birth to an omega male. Here's how you know it's one, because you can tell he's a male. He has the chromosomes, but it's just built different down there. I can't explain it. Okay, I wasn't that into fan fiction. I read it, but I never gone to that territory. Okay, and then so obviously basically it's just the same thing as how women give birth, but it's a guy who's just very submissive because wolves or some shit on that. I don't know. I could obviously just look it up. I feel like there's not really a definitive answer for this, because when this alpha, beta, omega, sigma kind of bullshit was being made the first time from that guy who studied like zoo wolves instead of like actual wolves, I don't think anyone was asking the question, how do the guys give birth? Because no one is really giving birth. We just kind of made that shit up for fan fiction. But I don't know. I genuinely like don't fucking know, because I feel like everyone has a different interpretation. Okay, everyone has an interpretation, and I don't know what is there like a definitive answer. Is there a definitive answer for like this? Is there like an agreed method of birth? Because I've never delved deep into this enough, but I've always thought about it every time I go on AO3, like when I used to at least. I would just be, but how? They would just say, oh, the baby's here. How? Like, what? Like, are the fees different? Is it because that an omega male is giving birth compared to if a woman gave birth? Are the fees like different anyway? Or is it like maybe like a surgery that like I mentioned? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Okay, it's not even like, obviously I can just Google it up, but again, the issue is that I don't think there is an agreed version of this there, because that wasn't in the original source material. Okay, so is it just these guys? Because I think this kind of makes sense considering hyenas are technically a type of dog, so, and you know, wolves, so it kind of makes sense. I don't know, please. And I actually, you know what, I want to hear an AO3 author answer this. How did if you've ever written about that kind of shit, okay, like how did it go down? What is your answer kind of shit? This was supposed to be just the 3 methods, but I've kind of just started rambling. But I swear to God, this has actually driven me insane, because biologically it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. How does that even happen? And I could go on about this all day, dog. I don't know. I don't fucking know. That's the issue.